folks. I am arriving here at my customer. It's supposed to be about a half a mile down the road here. Hydro Tube Enterprises in Sanford, North Carolina. Been driving for about 7.5 hours to get here, just in time to, you know, got to take a 30-minute break before 8 hours, so it worked out about right. So this might be the place here on the right. I'm not sure. I don't think I've ever been here before. I'm trying to get a view of the sign on the front here. Yeah, it says Hydro Tube. Alright, so I guess I go in here and maybe go around the building. Alright, I was letting that car get out of the way there. Okay. Well, I'm just going to pull out of the way here and go see where they need me. All right, guys, let me show you what we got. So as you can see, I've turned around. There's another truck. I got to back into that door right there. There's another truck in there getting unloaded. So I've already put my 2 canvas tarps and my 2 4-foot vinyl tarps up and all but 2 of my straps. I'm leaving 2 straps on just for security as I back up. Probably don't really need them, but I'll feel better about it. So this is where we are, Sanford, North Carolina. And they've sent me, let me give you a shot of this up there just to remind you. They've sent me a pre-plan picking up in Bennettsville, South Carolina, which is south of here about 2 hours. Getting some sort of plywood product going to Toccoa, Georgia. So says they have overnight parking at the shipper, so I'll be just planning to get there and get loaded and just camp out there and leave out in the morning. So I'll try to show you some unload if I can when I get back into the door. Okay, guys. So I'm backed into the unloading bay. As you can see, I was out there towards the road, but the unloader just told me it's probably going to take him about 2 hours to get all this unloaded because he only has 1 crane, so he has to do 1 bundle at a time, and he has to take it about 3/4 of the way down the warehouse and drop it and come back. So that's not good news. But I mean, that'll throw me into detention because I've been here probably for an hour already. So like I said before, my next load is picking up in Bennettsville, South Carolina. It's a little over 2 hours from here. So since, you know, all I've done today is drive here, so you know, I haven't eaten up a whole lot of my 3-hour work window. You know, we can drive 11 hours a day and then have 3 extra hours of work time or any other time, you know, fueling, resting, whatever, for, you know, to get to our 14-hour day. That's how the clock is set up. So even if I don't get out of here for another 2 hours, I should have enough time to still get to my shipper to get my load this evening. It'll be dark, but I can get there. And it sounds like it's a preload, but I don't know. This place is not ringing a bell with me, so I really don't know what to expect. We'll just see when we get there. Okay, well, he didn't want me, he said he wasn't sure if they would allow me to film while he was unloading. So I'm probably not going to get any footage of that, but basically he's got a little overhead crane. He puts a couple of straps around each bundle and carts it off. So, all right, I'll see you when we're done here. Well, guys, we've got half the stack unloaded. It's taken him about an hour, so his estimate was pretty accurate that the unload was going to take 2 hours. But I just thought of something I could show you guys. Let me get back here. You can see they got a little ramp here that goes over to the trailer. Oh, let me duck under it. I was just going over my emails too, and I had an email from a fellow named Scott who's set to start with Maverick in a few weeks, and he had a whole bunch of questions. I mean, a lot of questions. So I'll try to review those and maybe talk about some of that on future videos. But anyway, yeah. But yesterday, I wanted to warn you guys, you know, sometimes when you're parking at a truck stop, they'll have a concrete curb that might come up to, you know, they vary. It could be down here, could be way up here. But I backed into this, you know, backed into a spot and bumped the curb, you know, with my tire. So I knew I was at the end and bumped up against the curb, but you really don't want to do that, is the point here, because it can drag your mud flap off. Now these mud flaps are only held on, you know, by 4 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? You can see right here, 1, 2, 3, and then the other one is up in here. So I was just walking around the trailer, you know, after I parked, got around to the back and saw that my mud flap had fallen off. So I went into a, you know, I was at a Flying J that had a Southern Tire Mart. You might can see their logo there. Had a Southern Tire Mart there on the premises, so I went in and bought one. It's like 32 bucks with tax. See, we have these Maverick mud flaps that we normally have. You see, this one's a few inches shorter also, but I you know, I replaced it because it's a DOT violation to not have your rear mud flap, and I sent that in with a, you know, a receipt to get reimbursed. But yeah, be careful backing up on those curbs, because the tire could pull your mud flap off. So there's a lesson for you. All right, more later. All right, folks, good Thursday morning to you. I'm in South Carolina on I-20 West. It's about 7:45 in the morning. I picked up this load of, oh, what do you call it? Some kind of plywood, you know. It was pre-loaded. Got it at a place called Araco in Bennettsville, South Carolina last night. I didn't get any footage of my time there other than maybe the entry, because it was already dark, and I basically had to do a trailer swap, you know, drop my empty trailer, pick up this preloaded trailer, transfer over some of my materials, and you know, bungee down the tarps, and then camped out there. Left out this morning around gosh, maybe 6. So I didn't get any footage because it was just dark the whole time. And I stopped, I was on the rural roads until about 10 miles back, and there was a pilot right there where Highway 15, I think it was, merged into I-20 here. I stopped at the pilot, and you know, to get fuel, and all the pumps were down. So I didn't get fuel, just wasted about 25 minutes there trying to get fuel. So no big deal other than the waste of time, but there's other pilots down the road here I can stop at. It's just, you know, lost some time. I'll probably get to my customer in Toccoa, Georgia around 11:30 or noon. So that's what's going on. Just giving you a little South Carolina road footage. It's supposed to start warming up a little bit today, I believe. Been pretty cold the last couple of days. But yeah, this, like I said, I hadn't really seen this product because it was already, the tarps were already over it, but I think it's kind of a, you know, a particle board, kind of a plywood, something like that. And it's going to a place in Toccoa, Georgia called American Woodmark. So we'll see you there. All right, folks. So I'm about a half a mile from my customer here in Toccoa, Georgia. Supposed to be turning right up here on Industrial Boulevard. I've never been here, so I don't know what we're looking for, but it's a place called American Woodmark. And they've already sent me a pre-plan going back to South Carolina. I forget the name of the town, but it's a place I've picked up before. Getting a load that delivers, I think on Monday. I'm gonna have to look at that again. In San Antonio, Texas. It's over a 1,200 mile trip, so I'm not sure. All right, so I guess this is it. Ooh, kind of a sharp turn. All right, well, there's the place right there to the left. I see the sign, American Woodmark. And it looks like maybe we should go down, let's see, receiving. Well, let me figure out where they want me. All right, guys. So I found a fella outside the building up there, showed him my paperwork, and he told me to come around to this end of the building. Said I would see a little gravel road to turn into, which I guess is just here to the left. And then I could go around the building and then back in to the building. That's where I'll get unloaded and I can untarp in there and all of that. So we'll see where we're going here. Kind of tight. Oh, the fun places you get to drive with your CDL. Oh man. Where, oh where? Surely it's not that. Oh man. You probably couldn't even see that door. I hope that's not the one I'm gonna have to. That's impossible. Oh, mercy. Where are we going? Okay. So you can't see it, but just to my left here, outside of my window, is a door facing the way you're looking through the camera. So I guess what I'm supposed to do is just pull up into this gravel area straight ahead and then back in. Now he said I could untarp in the building, but as I look in there, there's not much room in there for unfolding these big lumber tarps, so I'll probably just do it out here and then back in. I don't know, might be more room in there than I can see right now. All right, let me get back in. All right, guys, I think everybody back here maybe is at lunch, but let me show you what I got, because I know I didn't show you any of this yesterday. Big load of plywood bundles. I got my 2 big lumber tarps up here. Of course, it was already tarped, you know, I just had to bungee it down, and then a bunch of straps to take off. So that's what we're gonna do now. Okay, guys, so I'm getting unloaded. He's got about half the load off right now. Here's what's left. And I was just doing some trip planning on my next load. It's going to Chester, South Carolina, to a Roseburg Forest Products. It's a place I've picked up at before, maybe once or twice. I wish it was to the west, but I got to go back to the east. You know, I'm in Toccoa, Georgia now. Got to go back to the east into South Carolina for 3 hours and get this load. And they gave me a delivery appointment of 3:30, I think it was, which I cannot get there by 3:30, so it probably won't be a big deal. The fleet manager told me to send him a message with my ETA, which I just did. I said 4:30, but here's Jonathan, my unloader, just to give you a look of it. Getting the middle pallet off there, or bundle. Kind of hard for him to drag off there. So he's going to reposition. So just trying to give you a look at the unload. Nothing special about it. Needs longer forks. So there he goes. That's how it works. All right, so we got 4 more bundles to get off of there. But I'm going to, if I didn't say, Chester, South Carolina. It's a little over 3 hours from here. And then that'll be a home load. Man, I hope I have enough time to get a little driving done today after I get loaded, but I don't know. It'll be kind of late. Yeah, we'll see. And it delivers. They've got an open window currently for Monday in San Antonio, Texas. But I don't know. We'll see how that all pans out. So here's what we got left. Just four more bundles. And then I think there's another truck waiting outside to get in Yeah, there's a truck over here waiting. And what I'll do is just go out that way. I'm assuming there's no other way to get out. All right, more down the road.